Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the 3 Hours. It's Thursday. It's a working from home day because of polling going on. My school's closed, so I've got a bit of time in my day to do a live show, which is brilliant. I do love doing the live shows for you guys, especially the build-up shows for the weekend, especially how important the games are coming up. Nice to see a couple of you guys in the chat. I'm not expecting too many to be in the chat today. Obviously, most people are at work. But, anyone that can join me is always a privilege. Peter Singh says, would you agree, Luke, that Sunday's match against Everton is the biggest since the playoff final? Certainly, mate. The playoff final was, a huge match to get us back into the Premier League. And every club wants to win that to get back in. But, this is these last four, mate, not just the Everton in general. It's the last four now. Are huge, just qualifying for that Champions League guarantees you so much money and, gives you prestige, player pool as well. The hardest one to get is the first one. Listen, we're not gonna turn up there and win the thing. We're not gonna win the Champions League, but I remember, and I hate saying Tottenham, but I remember when Tottenham went through a long time of going so close to qualifying. And then eventually they did. And they've sort of come, pretty consistent. They're in one season, out one season. I would love West Ham to get to that sort of level, where we sort of, we're fighting around there. Some seasons we're in it, some seasons we're not. But just qualifying for it, all of a sudden, that's that experience. The players can believe in themselves that they can do it. And someone like Declan Rice can look at West Ham and go, look, even with a really thin squad, we've done this. What would happen if, we invest and go again and really start believing and really start chasing it? And, even to become a consistent Europa League team would be fantastic. Because that's how you get the experience. That's how you get, the knowledge of the game. And give you a chance to hopefully one day in years to come become competitive, I'm so nervous about the Everton match. God knows what I'll be like on Sunday. Yeah, very, very nervous. We'll go into detail on the match, but yeah, we'll talk about the match in a minute, mate. Duncan says morning. Morning. Like I say, I don't expect many people to be in the chat today. Like I say, it is a normal working day for most people. And that as well, Duncan, mate, it will also be big things to get new players in. How many times have we been, seen the situation where players go, I want European football. Well, for once, it looks like whatever happens, even if we don't get Champions League this season, it looks like we will be able to offer Europe to players. So it's Everton, guys, on Sunday. They're still right in there, just about in there. There you go. 52 points, 6 points behind us, 15 wins. The current form, not great in the last 6, drawn 3, won and lost, where our form is obviously win-win, lose-lose, win. If we win this game, we go on to 61 points. That will take Everton out of the Champions League race. Just about. They've got a game on hand on us. It's a huge game to stamp authority. Obviously, Chelsea reached the Champions League final last night at Manchester City. So there's a tease of that game, like a rehearsal for that game on Saturday with Chelsea versus Man City. So that's a huge, huge game. Newcastle play Leicester on the Friday night. Hopefully Newcastle can do us a favour. I've been saying that on the show for quite a few weeks and they still haven't done us one yet. Top goal scorers for them, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's had a great season, 20 goals. Richarlison's always dangerous. Sigurdsson, a man who loves scoring against West Ham, has scored 8. James Rodriguez, the legendary Colombian, decent little player for them. In terms of assists for them, Gylfi Sigurdsson, James Rodriguez, and, one of the best left-backs in the Premier League, Luca Digne. They're a good side. They are a very good side. Are you glad the Champions League final is an English affair, or would you have preferred an English club versus PSG or Madrid? Purely because Real Madrid didn't go for the Europa Super League. How much of that's true or not true. Who knows? I actually wanted PSG to win it, because I thought that would have been a bit of an up yours to the Europa Super League. I certainly didn't want Real Madrid to win it because obviously their president was, fully behind the thing. And that's nothing against Zinedine Zidane. I love Zinedine Zidane. He's one of my favourite players of all time. Who do I want to win it now? Manchester City, obviously. I can't stand Chelsea. I hate Chelsea as a football club. So, yeah, I'll be fully behind Man City, mate, in the final. They have been really shaky in their last matches I've watched. And Andy Miles says, have you been expelled? I haven't, mate. It's a polling day in my school. And when it's polling day, obviously it's a working from home day, it's called, because you're not allowed in the building legally during a polling day. You can't go in the building. So, nice working from home day today. Let's have a look at Moyes' record, shall we, against Everton. A club that he, loads of history with. Obviously was manager there for such a long time. So against Everton, David Moyes has played 9 times. He's only won twice, drawn 1, and he's lost 6 times against Everton. 6 times. So that's quite. That's not a very good stat going forward. Sorry, skip one there. Sorry, let me just go back. Sorry, Peter. Are you genuinely worried that Chelsea will win the UCL and Arsenal will win the Europa League and will get fourth? It would just be our luck, Jack. It would. I'm laughing because otherwise I'll cry. I don't know. I've got to say Chelsea look fantastic at the minute. They do. Like defensively, they look well drilled. They do not concede goals at the minute. In Mason Mount, they've got one of the best players in the Premier League at the minute. Just fantastic. Havertz looks like he switched it on there. Kante looks back to top form. But Man City are a different animal. You'll get a good idea on Saturday. On how the teams play each other out. That's going to be a real game of chess on Saturday. Arsenal, I don't know, mate. I don't think they're good enough. But anyone can win a final on a one-off game. I think Manchester United will win it though. I think they're good enough to do Arsenal. Arsenal are not great. This is not Arsenal of years ago. How they did the double over us still astounds me. Let's just hope that's not the case. Hopefully Arsenal. Actually, I wouldn't mind Arsenal going out tonight, to be honest with you. Hopefully they go out and then that rules that out anyway. And we can just concentrate on our games then. Payback for Boris today. He's going to take a kicking in the elections. Is there any news about Dex? And if he's back, how do you think we will start? Few smidgens of rumours, that he could be back. He's teasing it. If he's fit, he has to go back in. There's always that argument of, we should save him for the next games. This is the most important game. Peter asked me, first question of the show, is this the most important game since the playoff? It is. So why would you not risk your best player in that predicament? It's a tough one because Lanzini was fantastic, but that's one good game in 20. Not to be harsh on him. It's a nice option to have there. I won't be disappointed, if Dex ain't fit. Lanzini can do a job there. Benrahma deserves, another go because he did play very, very well. The only one, I'm honest, the one I want to see back the most is Oggy, to be honest with you. Diop's really starting to scare me a bit now. I'd like to see back to Oggy and Dawson. Cresswell was just magnificent. Soufal, Soufal is Soufal, he's just outstanding player. But yeah, if Dex is fit, I would put Dex in. Morning. I think the goal difference will play a big part for us at the end of the season. I think back on the mist. Yeah, true, mate. True, definitely. I am buzzing with that midfield from Burnley. Defo in the first half. In your opinion, if Rice is 100% fit, who comes out of the side? For me, Manu cannot be dropped. So for me, Fornals. It's such a hard question, that, mate. It's such a tough question. It's a good question. Yeah, maybe Fornals. Play Lanzini in Fornals' position. But we know that Moyes, trusts him, and I love Pablo as well. I think Pablo's really good, and some of the flicks and stuff he's starting to do now, he's been integral to some of the stuff. Yeah, and I don't want to see Benrahma drop, but yeah, it probably would be Benrahma, mate, if it's Moyes, not me. Stats don't matter, Luke. Moyes hadn't won at Burnley. I think we win 2-1 Saturday. Hopefully Dex is back. I hope you're right, mate. I hope we're all celebrating on Sunday afternoon. Listen, if we do win on Sunday, and I've been saying this quite a lot, in the last sort of 10 weeks, if we do win Sunday, our mantra on this channel is keep believing. I start believing, I really do genuinely start believing. Maybe we've got over that little blip of injuries now, and these last 4 games, they all come back at the right time. I know an injury is an injury, but it also counts as like a rest as well. So you get them games. Like, remember when Jesse Lingard first burst back on against Aston Villa? They get through them few games through adrenaline. So, we should be, raring to go for these last 4 now. Antonio was amazing against Burnley. He is like a rugby player, and the defenders bounce off him. They do, mate. He's just so vital, to the way we play, and freeing up other players, like freeing up space for Lingard and Fornals and Bowen and Benrahma. He occupies the defence. When he gets the ball, the defenders all of a sudden start backing off because they don't know what to do with him. There's very, very few defenders that I've seen that can deal with Antonio. He's just, when he's on it, when he's in full flow, very, very hard to deal with. Oh, so I skipped your first comment there, mate. Will Benrahma get a goal this season? I hope so, mate. I truly, truly hope so. Wouldn't it be great if he gets the goal that, secures us Champions League football? That would be incredible, wouldn't it? What a moment that would be for him, and a confidence boost. I hope it comes. Definitely his best performance was Monday night. He looked tricky, he looked dangerous, he stood a man up, assisted a goal. It always looked dangerous. Just sometimes his decision-making just slightly off for me. I think the only issue with playing Fornals and Lanzini against Everton is they are very good physical side. Allen, Sigurdsson, Rodriguez, and Doucouré. I know much. Yeah, and they're nasty players as well. I don't know whether that Gomez is fit. He always turns into like prime Pirlo against us. They're a nasty little team. They know how to do their little cheeky fouls and stuff like that. They're a decent side, Everton, and I do like their manager as well. Rice has to be put in for Everton. If he's fit, yes, 100%. So was Cresswell. He has been a big miss, 100%. Would you take Chris Wood as backup next year? I think his work rate is good and good goal. Yeah, he's got a few goals, hasn't he? He's good movement, good in the air. Yeah, why not, mate? Why not? Keep Antonio. Go and buy the number one target in, for example, the El Nesri or Tony, whoever we end up going for. And then why not have Chris Woods as like the cheap option for squad depth? It'd be great in Europa League or not Champions League, but it'd be great in them lesser games in the league, when you still need a striker, but you want to keep Antonio for Champions League or Antonio for Europa League. Yeah, why not, mate? I still keep joking about Sergio Aguero coming to West Ham. Manu drops out if Rice is fit. Fornals gives us more than Manu, and Everton will have more of the ball than Burnley. That's why Pablo and Dec are pivotal to Sunday. I believe we may play like the away team. Yeah, and try and catch him on the counter if Antonio's fit and get Lingard going. I just want a few more. I just want them players to hit 10 goals. Bowen's very close. Lingard's very close. Yeah, I wouldn't mind, mate. One ex-player from the past you could put into the current side. We need goals, mate. We need goals. And I was asked this question. I did a video on it a couple of weeks ago. And I twisted the question a little bit. I said, okay, one ex-player, but he has to be in the Moyes mould. It would be John Hartson for me, mate. It's easy to say Palad Kenio, Dimitri Payet, etc. If I'm looking for goals and guaranteed goals and a big, tough, hard man up top, it would be Johnny Hartson for me. I know it's a weird one. It's a bit, bit left field, But yeah, I think for me, Johnny Artson would be the man, mate. He would. I think someone like David Moyes would absolutely love him as well. The only problem with Benrahma is he rarely gets his shot on target. Andy Wood is no backup striker for me. 10 goals in last 4 seasons is not a backup striker. I reckon he would cost over 20 minutes. So would you guys have him? Would you guys have Chris Woods? Stops him scoring against us, I suppose. Let's hope Iwobi starts for West Ham's sake. Yeah, he'll score against us though, mate. I agree, Ken. Pabs gives everything and leaves it on the pitch. Right, I need to go into the site I always use. You guys are familiar with this site now. I just love this site. Yeah, so their last few games, they lost 2-0 to Manchester City. No shame in that. Drew with Palace, drew with Brighton, drew with Tottenham, beat Arsenal, lost to Villa, and obviously coming up against us on Sunday. Just scrolling through. There we go. So their strengths is attacking set pieces, finishing. They're very good at finishing. Their conversion rate, aerial duels, and creating chances with through balls. Weaknesses: defending attacks down the wings, which we're really good at. Defending against long shots, not something we do a lot of. Style of play: they attempt the through ball often, attack through the middle, attack down the left, and they like playing in their own half. I won't go with that one. What I'll do is bear with me, guys. Let me just click on this one because I like reading the previews. So the preview for the game, according to this website, it's great. So I just like the detail. So this is how they expect us to potentially line up. This is if Rice ain't fit. Cresswell, Diop, Dawson, exactly the same team that started against Burnley. This is if Rice isn't fit. The way they lined up last, short arm Pickford in goal, Luca Dingy, great left back, Keenan Holgate, Seamus Coleman, great right back, and great left back for them. Davis and Allen, Richarlison, Sigurdsson, Iwobi, and Calvert-Lewin. That is how they started their last game. Injuries, Mark Noble doubtful. At the moment, this site is saying out for Ogbono, Rice, and Masuaku, but this one remains to be seen. James Rodriguez is doubtful. Gambin is out, and Abdullah Decore is apparently also out. West Ham boss David Moyes is without Ogbono, Rice, and Masuaku. Yes, Mark Noble will be assessed. Moyes can make just one change to his starting 11 with Jared Bowen coming in for Pablo Fornells on the right. I don't think so. I think Fornells starts this game. Carlo Ancelotti can make 2 changes with Tom Davis, Michael Keane coming in for Andre Gomez and Michael Keane. Their prediction: after back-to-back defeats, West Ham got their top 4 push back on track with a 2-1 win at Burnley on Monday night. The Hammers boast the second best home record in the Premier League as they give up to take an Everton side that has only won 1 of their last 7 games. That said, the Toffees have a solid record in East London, losing just 1 of their last 12 visits to West Ham. And despite their indifferent form, Everton have lost 1 of their last top-flight 12 games on the road. So, they've got a fantastic record on the road. There is more at stake for West Ham here, though. They'll seek to capitalise on Chelsea's trip to Manchester City and close the gap on 4th. Their prediction is 2-1. And I will take that all day long. Please drop a like on the video. Yes, please do. Please do. To had it that Man City are after Rice as Fernandinho replacement. Someone asked me a question about that actually, so I'll do it now. Don't see why not, mate. I don't see why Man City wouldn't want him. I don't see why any top 6 club would want him. Apparently Manchester United have said that he's too slow. Listen, he walks into most teams. Name me a better CDM in the Premier League this season. He has been absolutely immense. He's one of the first teams on the England team now as well. Why wouldn't they want him? I hope he don't go. I don't think he will go. I think we've got him for another season. I really do. Unless it really fades away, we end up like 7th. That would mean losing all 4 games. But I think 1 win would more or less guarantee Europa League. So, that would mean that he's definitely got Europe with West Ham next year. But yeah, listen, we just enjoyed Dex Ways here. Hopefully we can do enough as a team, and hopefully, you know, that the board can invest maybe to give him some aspirations of, you know, what we can achieve as a club. And we get him for a long time. You know, the fact that he appeared on Hammer's Chat the other day, you know, just says so much to me. It says, you know, that he absolutely loves this club. And, you know, and he knows the fans, he gets the fans, he appreciates the fans. And I think he actually really loves being a West Ham player, mate. And he's still very, very young. Defoe, for me, born to score goals, has played lone striker. A prime Defoe would be my choice. And I suppose, yeah, I forgot about Jermaine, mate. Yeah, Jermaine, yeah. You're talking about people that will finish off chances. Yeah, there's absolute natural, you know, there ain't many that many better finishers than him, you know what I mean, especially that we've had over the years. Yeah, unless you've got any questions, guys, about the game, I think I've, you know, summed it up quite nicely there. I will do a show Sunday, probably before the Everton game. Probably me and Paul will do one together, you know, building up to the game. I may, if I get time, do one on Saturday as well. We'll see. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today for our little preview of the Everton versus West Ham. Sorry, West Ham versus Everton, I should say. Huge, huge game. Let's hope we can do it. And if we do it, you know, I'm really going to start believing that we can get Champions League football next year. Until next time, guys, hit that like button, subscribe, tell your friends, keep believing, come on, you irons. Let's go. Oh, 1 minute. Last question before I go. Who's your Hammer of the Year? It was on Bonnet really early, and then obviously he's had his injury. Jesse Lingard had a massive chance because he's been so good and influential. It's Thomas Souček. Souček or Soufal for me. And I can't pick one. Souček or Soufal for me, mate. Anyway, guys, come on, you irons. Keep believing. Let's go.